Hi everyone, my name is Ariana Kinsey. I'm coming to you guys to talk about this week's discussion board topic in regards to the article that we read and the assignment from the article with addressing potential issues that we as counselors will potential ethical issues that we will encounter as counselors. Please excuse my lighting. My Mac died on me, so I'm recording this from an iPad and I'm not really sure how this is going to work. But one of the issues that, when I thought about the assignment, I really had to examine some of the fears that I have with going into the counseling profession and things that I worry about as a professional. And one that really resonated with me was breaches of confidentiality. I feel that working with students, a lot of the times, confidentiality is something that counselors are forced to be on the fence about. There are certain things that you have to disclose to students that you aren't allowed, that you have to share, if they come to you with an issue where they're going to hurt themselves or hurt someone else, or if it's a risk, if they're at risk at home, or issues like that, we have to report those things. But on the flip side is, how do you maintain that kind of rapport with the student? One ethical issue that came to mind is actually something that I encountered under my site supervisor at my school, in which a student was harming themselves, but the student didn't felt that their rights had been violated because the counselor reported this issue to the student's mother. And this student was, of course, under 18, so it's a different type of issue, but the counselor wasn't really in a tight place ethically. However, I think about working with older students and working in a college setting where you have students who disclose information to you, such as they may be harming themselves or having an issue where you're concerned not just for their safety but for the safety of their roommate, or students who engage in risky sexual activities and may disclose an HIV or STD status with you that they haven't yet disclosed to their partners. Those are the kind of things that I worry about going into higher education and working with older students, because those are things that definitely do come up. My biggest fear in regards to ethical dilemma, as I said before, is a student coming to me and disclosing a potentially hazardous health status, such as an HIV status or an STD status, that they have not disclosed with their sexual partner. I feel that ethically that would be a very, very difficult situation for me to deal with. I know that we've talked about it in class and went through different scenarios, but I'm still very, very fearful of that situation, because as a professional, how do you make a decision between confidentiality and potentially causing someone else who is not your client harm? In that particular situation, I would definitely have to consult a site supervisor, whoever was in charge, and figure out exactly what to do further assessment, speak with my client, and encourage them to disclose the information. And then from there, I would have to find out what my legal obligations are based on where I'm practicing or what state I'm in and things of that nature. I honestly hope that I never, ever, ever have to deal with that particular situation, but I'm almost 100% sure that it's going to happen one day, because it is a very common occurrence in the field. But I thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you next week.